Sorry about that. My name is Red Randolph. I'm a mother of 5. I'm a former veteran of both the Navy and the Army, and I manage a vape shop here in Sacramento. I also smoked for 26 years. I have here packets that we gave to you guys to show there are so many studies. There are so many studies that help, that show that nicotine helps. There's a study here, nicotine as therapy for antidepressants, as an antidepressant, for ADHD, for schizophrenia. There's so much more in this than just this is a quit smoking tool. Insofar as quit smoking tool, sorry, I don't do public speaking. It makes me really nervous. I have here tons and tons of customers. I gave you guys all these in the packets. This is pictures of customers that I help every single day put down cigarettes. Flavored nicotine is not tobacco. It's not big tobacco. I have also in here every single one of my customers who couldn't be here today filled out a sheet here saying this is how many people who have quit smoking. This is what you're going to take away if this goes through. This is so beyond important. I smoked, like I said, for 26 years. I couldn't quit. I tried Wellbutrin. I tried the gum. I tried the patches, all of that. All of that made me sick. Vaping is the only thing that has gotten me down to the point where I can go days without a cigarette. And I've been doing this since I got hooked on it at 12 years old. And so this is, I'm sorry, I'm so passionate about this because I have, like I said, 5 kids, and I want to be around to see them graduate. And I want to be able to help other parents do that as well. We have a huge banner of all the people who have quit. I have parents that come in, and my children are here to speak today as well. Thank you so much for your time.
Sonu? Brian?
Thank you. Councilman Schennerer, remaining City Council. My name is Brian Hecox. I am a small business owner here in Sacramento. I'm actually in unincorporated Sacramento, so I stand to personally benefit from the ban if it goes through. Because your customers that live in Sacramento will come to my shop. I'm here opposing the flavor ban. If you guys look on the screen there, you're going to see the results of a study of 70,000 American vapors. Their personal information on their vaping journey, flavor choice, how it is important to them, how they used flavors to quit smoking. This is 70,000 people. This is 70,000 out of 480,000 who will die every single year smoking cigarettes. You guys are opposing flavored vapor products. We're asking that you separate those from other tobacco products. There's nothing being done about Marlboro Reds or Camel cigarettes. Meanwhile, you guys are going after a safer, a better alternative to smoking that is helping people quit and keeping people alive. This room is filled with people who have combated COPD, emphysema issues, sleeping issues, and insomnia because of the smoking that they have, and they're not having those issues anymore. You are taking away that flavor choice from those people and keeping them on deadly cigarettes that are going to kill 500,000 people this year. In addition to that, the study has been provided to you guys. We've sent it via email. We've mailed it to you guys. This here is a list of bullet points from multiple studies that prove that vaping is helping people smoke, that it's not a gateway, that a majority of minors who are getting a hold of vaping products aren't even using nicotine. This is not an issue. Nicotine has been proven by the medical community on its own without the 25,000 additional chemicals being thrown into cigarettes to be no more addictive or damaging than caffeine. Are we going to start attacking sodas next? My opponents here are going to argue that cigarettes are being disproportionately marketed to the black community. This is going to be a very unpopular opinion. But if you take a look at a demographic map of Sacramento and you look at the affluent neighborhoods versus those that are impoverished, and then you overlay the same map for KFC and Popeye's chicken, we could stand here and argue that fried chicken restaurants are disproportionately marketing to the black community as well. That's not true. The fact of the matter is,
could you wrap up?
The fact of the matter is that some communities have a disproportionate preference for products that are marketed.
Thank you. Mr. Rojas? After Mr. Rojas is Abigail Randolph, then Nalish Singh Rai.
Good afternoon, committee members. My name is Jaime Rojas, and I'm with the National Association of Tobacco Outlets. We represent many of the retail owners here in the city of Sacramento. This proposed flavored tobacco ban does not make sense. As the city struggles in ways to gain additional revenue to cover basic city services, Sacramento has not done its due diligence on this ordinance. This proposed ordinance will have a negative impact on the residents and retailers of Sacramento, with losses in the millions of dollars in tax and sales revenue annually. We ask the city to delay this process and do a full economic impact report on this proposed ban. What this ordinance will do is push underage youth to continue purchasing flavored tobacco products on the internet or get it from social sources like family and friends. California's own Department of Public Health recently came out with a study and found retail stores have the fewest instances of illegal sales to youth. It is already illegal to sell tobacco products to anyone under the age of 21. Let us use the additional millions of tax dollars raised by the $2 tobacco tax increase to focus on more robust education and enforcement. Thank you.
Thank you. Abigail Randolph. After Abigail is Nalish Singh Rai, and then Samuel Bayless. If she wants, she can go over here. This might be easier.
Sorry.
All right.
My name is Abigail Randolph, and
Pull that a little closer to you.
Oh, I'm
Hold
so
the mic.
sorry.
There you go.
my name is Abigail Randolph, and vaping has changed my mom because smoking was making her sick, and she was just trying to quit, and she couldn't. Vaping has saved her because it saves lives, and
Okay, you're doing great.
thank you.
Okay? Thank you very much. Okay, Rhiannon and then Brent. We have about 5 more minutes on this side.
Hi, my name is Rhiannon Randolph. I'm here speaking out against the flavor ban because the flavors have what helped keep my mom and dad quit. My dad has been quit for a little over a year, and my mom is still working on quitting. My biological father just started vaping, and it's helped him quit too. It would be very hard if you took away the flavors because it would mean that my parents would go back to smoking because vaping is their only way of keeping quit. I know that youth vaping is a concern, but a majority of the youth that vapes doesn't even use nicotine. So it's not that big of a concern, I think. That's all I have to say.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Brent Randolph. And after Brent is Nilofer Kachi.
Good afternoon, Chairman, members of the board. My name is Brent Randolph. I'm a father of 5, part-time owner at a vape shop, and unlike my opponents, I have not been paid to be here today. I'm not going to bore you with all of the scientific, medical, and statistical evidence that proves that vaping is not only a healthier alternative to cigarettes, but it is the #1 most successful smoking cessation aid on the market today, in no small part because flavor choice is a thing right now. I don't need to do that. That research is available to you. Instead, I'm going to tell you my story. I quit smoking just over a year ago. And the reason I was able to quit smoking was because of the flavor choice I had available to me. Choice that is on the verge of being taken away from me today. Now, had this legislation been passed a little over a year ago, I would probably still be living the life of a smoker. A life in which my sense of smell and taste were still dulled. A life in which my clothes and my hair, my car, my very fingers still smelled of the old, burnt, chemical-ridden, smoked cigarettes that I had to have every day, multiple times a day. A life in which I would have to leave family events, leave my children, leave work to go smoke, and then come back into the building with that smell for everyone else to experience as well. A life in which I was spending the equivalent of 2 car payments a month in order to sustain my habit. A life which, by the numbers, would have likely ended with me in an early grave due to lung cancer. How many people are you sentencing to that life, to that early grave, by taking away the one thing that may help them quit smoking? You see, council members, proponents of this flavor ban look at these flavored vaping products and they see a risk to children. But I and many others here see these products and we see it's something that saved us from the risk of not being around for our children. Thank you.
Thank you. Loafer?